I loved oil field because it was always challenging. Every day there was something else challenging you. I'd love to be able to go back to oil field. I'd love it, but I know I can't do it.
Eddie and I should have never met. Eddie should never have been hurt. He was the unfortunate guy that was picked to deliver winches to a job site where the people that were working there completely disregarded safety. The crew refused to have a safety meeting, and they proceeded to lift the winches without knowing where everybody was.
The cable came loose from the derrick, and the winches just swung in and smashed me up against the pipe and just held me there for a moment until they were able to pull the winches off me. Winches probably weigh about a good 7,000 pounds.
The side of his chest was crushed in. I mean, his ribs had lost the structure that holds them out. His lungs were pierced.
My whole body was swollen up like a basketball. My cheeks were puffed up so bad to where my eyes were dang near closed. My neck was puffed up. My chest was puffed up. My legs. I remember thinking that I was going to die. The doctors told me that I should never ever work oil field ever again. And that really, really hit me hard. I was doing really good in the company I was working for and taking care of my family. It went from that to nothing, pretty much.
Because of the surgery that Eddie had, he had to have basically metal bands put on his ribs, which do not move. So he does not have the lung capacity of a normal person. And that'll be for the rest of his life.
My wife, she didn't recognize me. And I looked right at her and I said, you need to find a lawyer today.
When we started working on Eddie's case, the other side looked at us like we were crazy. Like, how can you be supporting this guy? This guy caused this. By the end, we had even convinced the defense lawyers that Eddie was the innocent victim in this case.
I can't swing a sledgehammer no more like I used to. I can't split wood without having to lay up for 3 or 4 days. Just about the only thing that I can do is, run a lawnmower. Doug Monsour told me he was going to do the best that he could for me. And he changed my family's life because we didn't have nothing. We were barely paying rent. We were dang near broke because I wasn't making the money I was making. He helped me turn my life around. And I started focusing on the things that I needed to do for my family.
He's happy as he can be, spends time with his family. He doesn't sit around and sulk. Generally, he likes to talk about what he can do, not what he can't do. And that's pretty refreshing.
I tell everybody about him. I tell everyone. I mean, I don't just tell people that he's my lawyer. I tell them he's my friend also. He helped me turn my life around.